Hi everyone. So today we're going to do a short but fast sequence to get the blood pumping through your body. A good way to wake up. We're going to start at the top of the mat. That's usually 1 foot away from the top. You can have the feet apart, spreading your toes, or you can bring your big toes to touch. It's up to you. Firm your thighs. And then just 3 fingers below your navel, draw in and up slightly, shoulders back and down. Bring your fingers down towards the floor. For sun salutation A, you can open your arms out to the side or bring them up in front, depending on how much room you have and your personal preference. Surya Namaskar A, inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale to fold forwards. Take a deep bend in the knees, belly and thighs touch. Try to bring your hands down. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Hands down, step your feet back and bring the knees down. We're going to tilt the pelvis, look in front of your hands. Draw the belly button in and slowly lower down. Bring the hips down. Inhale, push the hands. Come up to a cobra. You don't need to lift all the way up. And then press yourself back, tabletop. Tuck the toes, spreading your fingers wide. Come back into your first downward facing dog. You can pedal your heels here, remembering to press down through the knuckles and try to press the space between your thumb and your forefinger. All the energy is going up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come to the top of the mat and lift halfway. Hands can be on thighs, shins, or the mat. Fold forwards, head down. Inhale, come up, palms together. Exhale. Once again, inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Lift halfway. Hands down. Step your feet back. We'll do another variation. Knees down. Elbows hug close to your body. This time you can come up, keeping the hips off of the mat. Lifting the thighs for upward dog. And then slowly make your own way back to your downward facing dog. I'll show you some different variations of doing this vinyasa. Lowering down, coming up, upward dog, and then back. Take another breath here, making your spine long. And then inhale, come to the top of the mat. You can step or jump, lift halfway. Exhale, hands and head down. Lift your arms up, palms together. Exhale, come to standing. One more. Inhale, look to your thumbs. Exhale, hands and head down. Lift halfway. Bring your hands down, step your feet back. This time, full Chaturanga Dandasana, pressing back through the heels, pulling the navel in. Inhale, shoulders back, chest forwards and up, upward dog. Exhale, make your way back to your downward facing dog, keeping a bend in the knees, sending the hips up and back, drawing the navel in. You can look at the space in between your thighs or toward your belly button. Let's inhale, come to the top of the mat again. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down. So we'll come into sun salutation B, bring the feet together, bend the knees, squeezing the legs together. Come up to chair pose, bending the knees, lift the arms, chest open. Exhale to fold forwards again. Lift halfway. Hands down, step your feet to the back of the mat. On your exhale, lowering down, keep looking in front of the mat. Inhale, cobra or an upward dog. Come back to your downward facing dog. We're going to bring the right foot in between the hands. You can either just step it straight there or inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, bring the foot forward. You can use your hand to help you. The left foot's going to be flat on the mat at a 45-degree angle. Bend the right knee and lift your arms, warrior one. Turning the pinkies to face in. Hands down, step your foot back to a plank. On the exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the thighs for upward dog. Knees down, come back to your downward dog. We'll do the other side. When you're ready, bring the left foot forwards. Same thing, right foot flat. Make sure you can press the outside of the foot down. Shoulders face the front of the mat. Lift your arms up. Your hands can be together or they can be open, depending on how your shoulders feel. Hands down, we'll go through this again. Lower down, inhale, coming up, shoulders back and down. Come back to your downward facing dog. This is a good opportunity to catch your breath. Try and slow down the breathing, in and out through your nose. And then we'll come to the top of the mat. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale to fold forwards, head down. Bend your knees, lift the arms up, squeeze the legs together, and then come to standing. I would usually do between 3 and 5. It's a good way to warm up the body. But now we're going to step the right foot back, coming into a high lunge so the heel is lifted. Bend the left knee and lift your arms up. You can also keep a little bend in the back leg if you need. And breathe here. We're going to open to warrior 2. Spin the back foot down, bending the front knee, making sure the front heel is in line with the back arch. Roll the thigh out, arms open in both directions. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands down. You're either going to have the hands down on the floor or we're going to grab some blocks. So we're going to switch our feet. We're going to do it a few times. So you can either step and switch sides, or we're going to do a jump switch. Push the blocks, round through the upper back, lift the hips high, and switch the feet. Let's do it a couple of times. Jump, switch, jump and switch, so that we have the right foot in between the hands now. Opposite side. Come up to your high lunge. Lifting the chest, pinkies face in. Spin the left foot down. Let's open into warrior 2. Try and bring the shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, bring your hands down. Let's do the same again. We're going to jump and switch. If this is too much for the wrists, just step and switch. You can have blocks on any height or hands on the mat. One more time. Left foot in between the hands. Inhale, come up to your high lunge, bend into the knee. Open again to warrior 2. From here, we're going to bring the arm onto the thigh, coming into side angle. Keep bending the left knee. You can also bring the hand down onto a block or to the mat. Bring the right hand down. We're going to come into a twisted lunge. So lift the back heel up. Let the hips come forward slightly. Draw the left hip back and lift the arm up towards the ceiling. Bring the hands down. Let's switch to the other side. Do a couple of jump switches. Lift the hips high using the core. One more. And then come up for a high lunge. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the forearm onto the thigh. Keep bending that front knee. Take your variation with your hand. Can be on the block or on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring the left hand down to the block or to the floor. Lift the heel up. And then we'll come into a twisted lunge. Send the chest forwards and then we'll start to turn, lifting the right arm up, drawing the right hip back slightly, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands down. Let's step back to a downward facing dog. Here you can pedal out your heels. And then we'll take a little jump, come and sit down, and we'll come into boat pose, Navasana. So the knees are going to be together. Pull the belly button in and up, the shoulders back. You can hold on behind the knees for this first one. Keep breathing. Feet down, give yourself a hug. We're going to come into a wide leg forward fold. The legs don't have to be really wide, just go to a comfortable position with the knees up towards the ceiling, toes towards you. You can also sit on a block or a blanket to lift your hips, help them to tilt, and either stay here or start to walk your hands out in front. We'll take a few deep breaths here. You can also keep a bend in the knees as well. Let's come back up and we're going to come back into Navasana. So lift one foot up and the other. Maybe this time hands off, palms face each other. Look toward your toes. Squeeze the legs together. Last breath. Feet down, give yourself a hug. Bring your legs out straight in front. Again, you can sit on a block for forward fold. Lift your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. You can hold onto the shins or the ankles, keeping a bend in the knees to begin with. And then you can slowly start to straighten the legs if it's in your practice. Inhale, we're going to come back up. And then we're coming back into another boat pose. Lift one foot and the other. Try and keep your balance. You can maybe straighten the legs or keep them bent. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to try and lower towards the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, lowering down as much as you can. Let's do one more. And then give your knees a hug. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Hands down behind you, fingers facing forwards. Push the feet and lift up the hips. You can look to your navel or release the head back. Keep lifting the hips up and then come down. We're going to lie down on the mat. Again, the feet hip width apart. Bring the heels close so you can lightly touch them. Our big toes are going to be slightly in. Make sure you can press them down and then lift the hips up. You can roll the shoulders under and interlace your fingers. You're rolling the thighs in like you're squeezing a block in between your legs. The thighs are working hard. Let's open the hands and slowly roll down. You can do another one of these or come into wheel if that's in your practice. Back bends are a good way to bring lots of energy to the body. You can take a couple of twists or you can come straight into your Shavasana. Stay in this resting pose for as long as you need before starting your day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.